Hey, what's up, guys? Coming back with another video, and today, I want to do my Toonami review for April 9th through April 10th. So starting off the block there, we had Shenmue there. Episode starts out with the guy there, or the main character of the story there, was actually getting like into a scuffle there with, I guess they're called the yellow, the yellow jackets. I think that's what they're called. So I'm gonna call it a game, the Yellow Jackets or so. He gets in a scuffle with them there. This big guy comes out of nowhere, starts kicking his ass there and stuff like that, and then the other guy, he beats the two lackeys up there. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna take me," and stuff like that. And he was like, "Oh, you're part of us there," and stuff like that. And he's like, "Why the fuck you're beating the crap out of us?" And mostly he's like, I'm helping him out and shit. The main character, or Shenmue, the main guy, fucking, and his partner, the guy who was trying to help him, they get their asses kicked by the big guy. Big guy kicks their ass there. They try to throw a punch. He's like, "Oh wait," he's like, "Two mosquitoes." He's like, "No." He's like, "Two mosquitoes were trying to hit me or something." He fucking whoops, and he technically kicks their ass because of it. They get caught there by the guy. Technically, they were using mostly handcuffs on their fucking hands, and mostly they were trying to run away from the big guy because the big guy is getting to kick their ass and stuff. And they were explaining what the Yellow Jackets were and stuff, and he was explaining why you're going after them and stuff like that. That's what he was totally fucking saying there. And when they try to run away and stuff like that, that still happens there, and they tell him to unlock it. The big guy catches up to them and stuff. They lock his ass in the closet there, and mostly they capture him. He breaks out of the closet there and stuff like that, and technically they got fucked there. The other guy jumps out of the fucking window there, and mostly when he jumped out, technically the main character gets knocked out of the window there and stuff like that, and he's smashing it his way through down the floors. And the girl who honestly is teaching him there shows up, and that's where the episode ends. So yeah, so that's where Shenmue. Next we had Attack on Titan. I will do my separate review on Attack on Titan there. So Attack on Titan, I'll do my separate review on that. So after that, there we had Assassination Classroom. Episode starts out with mostly Koro Sensei was talking about what actually happened to him and stuff like that, and how he became the squid monster. So you are the Reaper there, how he became the Reaper and stuff like that. He was explaining there and stuff like that. He was showing technically how they technically destroyed the moon there, and they have like stopped him from destroying the earth there, blowing it up there and stuff like that. Technically, Koro Sensei was doing that stuff there, and mostly she was caring about the kids there. And the one who honestly was teaching the class there was technically the girl he was technically dating there, or not really dating her, but technically he was opening them out. So and then he technically turns, of course, and so technically turns or was turning into, I guess he was human at first before they blew up the moon there. The moon gets fucking destroyed there, or like technically gets halfway destroyed and stuff like that. And then everybody was freaking out why the moon was getting blown up there and stuff like that. So they're calling there and stuff like that, saying what actually happened to the moon and shit. And of course, since they technically was trying to escape and stuff, technically the guys were shooting, the army was shooting BBs at him there, mostly because BBs killed him and stuff. So it technically fails there and stuff like that. And plus, his arm got stabbed a couple times by some like random like things there, so he was getting stabbed all over. And mostly when he was getting stabbed all over and stuff like that, he was trying to dodge and stuff like that pretty quickly. His girlfriend jumps into the thing. She gets hit by the spear, and actually killing her. She's like, "Oops, I made a mistake." Walking into that there and stuff like that. And he was explaining to the kids there. He was explaining there to his class, there, saying this is how they became the Assassination Classroom and stuff like that. And that's where the episode ends there. So yeah. Next we had Made It to This. Technically it was a 1 hour thing, so I'm not going to really do Made It to This there because it's technically, well, this episode is technically like a freaking 1 hour one. But there was one scene that was pretty sad there on the episode, so I'm not going to do Made It to This. So next we had One Piece there. Episode starts out with mostly the pirates, or the Sun Pirates, were talking, or the couple of the Sun Pirates were talking to Nami there, apologizing to her. Mostly doing like all that stuff to her and stuff like that when she was like little and shit. Mostly Nami was kind of like memory and stuff happened. We've seen before where technically Nami's mother gets shot there. Like it's kind of like we went into like a flashback of the older episode of One Piece where technically her mother gets shot and she gets Nami gets taken by the Sun Pirate crew, and they're mostly making her forced to do maps and shit. Because Nami opened her fucking mouth there, saying, well, that's her map, and mostly she got taken by the fucking pirates there. And then mostly she had to like draw the rest of her life and stuff like that. And then they technically, like, they were, like, Sandri was actually saying something about that and stuff. And then it was, like, saying you kind of, like, ruined her life and shit like that. That's what they were saying and stuff. Because they technically killed her mother there. We all seen that before, where they technically killed her mother and stuff like that. And then they technically talked about it and stuff like that. And he's like, and mostly Nami was like technically showing shock and stuff there in this whole episode. She was definitely showing shock. And mostly they were talking about it was not all their intentions to actually murder her and stuff like that, but they actually did and stuff like that. And then they mostly kept talking about like what actually happened and why they did it there, why they took over Nami's village there. We got actually get to see more explanation about it, and uh, and that's where technically where the episode ends in a way. So yeah, that's technically One Piece. Next we had Naruto Shippuden there. I'm gonna say this there. I've seen all the episodes there, so it's technically a rerun for me. So, so here goes. Episode it starts out with Naruto standing up like in the previous episode. Obito was actually saying that. Well, he's like, why you don't lay down and stuff and just die and shit like that. That's what he was saying. And then he's like, he's like, why do you care about this world and stuff like that. That's what Obito was saying. So, Naruto and Sasuke, Naruto using his Till Beast thing there, Sasuke using his Tsukuyomi there, and actually combining their powers there. Combining the Nine Tails powers into combining the Nine Tails into Sasuke's thing. He kind of did what Monorail did there and actually made the Nine Tails with the cloak there and stuff like that. And then Naruto did a couple of Rasangans there, and then Kashi was actually saying, he said, do not doubt somebody who honestly is, even if they're alone, do not doubt them and stuff. So he kind of like said that there, and then he told everybody, he's like, oh, I gave everybody a Rasengan there, so just use it and stuff. So technically you see everybody there attacking with the Rasengan and hit him on the ground and shit like that. So when I was going on with that, technically Obito uses like a weird sword there, or technically the tree sword there. It attacks Naruto and Sasuke with it. Naruto and Sasuke were attacking back and using their sword. Technically, when they're pushing back, Sasuke actually, or technically, Naruto and Sasuke land a blow there. Technically, the Tail Beast chakra is coming out of Obito there. They were technically trying to grab the Tail Beast chakra there. Technically, they were having troubles with the 8 Tails and the 1 Tails Gaara. He said, 1 Tails is linked to me. He's like, come here, Shikaku. And then B was catching the 8 Tails chakra, and he's like, I got 8 of these chakra. So technically they're pulling it there. When they're pulling it, and you see everybody else trying to pull it there, and you see the 4th Hokage, or you see Minato there actually doing his chakra there and try to pull the fucking chakra out of Obito there. And then we see Naruto go into the like little thing there, and then he was talking to Obito there. We've seen like flashbacks, and he said you're seeing through. Kurama was actually saying you're seeing through his fate there and stuff like that. That's what Kurama was actually saying to Naruto, and he's like, yeah, we'll have to do this and stuff, and then like pull and stuff, and mostly Naruto was pulling, and then Obito was like, why do you care about me so much? And technically, and he's like, I'm gonna bring you back to our side, and that's what Naruto was saying. And then that's where the episode ends. So, yep. And next we had Cowboy Bebop. I didn't watch Cowboy Bebop because it was just a rerun. So, yep, that's pretty much it on Toonami. So, comment, rate, and responsive to its murderers. We like web murderers. Prescribe invocation, so our uploads carbon responsive to its murderers. Like our add your piece.